Well, it's great to welcome back Dr. Cheryl Selman. Dr. Selman is the author of two very important books for women relative to their health and the health of their children. One of the things that we haven't talked about, Dr. Selman, is the birth control pill. Now, in my day, that everyone took the birth control pill, sometimes at 12 years old for the rest of their lives until they were through menopause. Is that a positive thing for women?
Well, birth control pill is an interesting topic, and I really talk a lot about it. We presently have about 12 million women on the pill, although 90% of women at some point in their life have been put on the pill. I was put on the pill when I was 16 years of age to help regulate my menstrual cycles. Women are still put on the pill, or I should say young women are still put on the pill this day and age to help regulate their menstrual cycles. Well, this happens to be such a fallacy and such a dangerous thing to be doing to young women because of the following reasons. First of all, the pill is made up of two types of hormones, synthetic estrogens and progestins, that are known human carcinogens. So we are exposing young women to drugs that will increase the risk of things such as breast cancer. And especially when they're introduced into the bodies of young women who are still developing and highly receptive to these hormones, will definitely be putting them at greater risk of developing breast cancer, and certainly earlier in their life they are at greater risk of developing breast cancer. So the other action of the pill is, this is the medical term, it's called chemical castration. So the function of the pill is to literally shut down the ovaries. And the function of our hormones are taken over, in a sense commandeered, by these synthetic carcinogenic hormones. So our body, the ovaries are shut down and our cycles are really run by these hormones. Now, when you shut down the ovaries, a woman is no longer ovulating. Menstruation is the creation of an ovulatory cycle, the building up of the lining of the uterus and then the sloughing of this lining according to the cycles of hormone production. When we're on the pill, this process stops. So it's a fallacy to say to women, we will regulate your menstrual cycles, or for the hundreds, thousands of women I've talked to who have been on the pill who believe that every month when they're on the pill, they're menstruating, they're having a period. And even doctors say you will have regular periods. No, you don't have periods as long as you're on the pill. You have forced bleeds. The same type of forced bleeds that women have who are on HRT in their 60s and 70s, which is as abnormal to have that in our older years as it is to have a forced bleed when you're young. So we are shutting off the menstrual cycle. And in addition to that, when we are on the pill, these drugs are known to deplete the body of key nutrients, deplete our vitamin Bs, including B6 and folic acid and B12, which are known to be risk factors for cervical dysplasia. It depletes minerals, vital minerals such as magnesium, zinc, selenium, important minerals for our health. It robs the body of tyrosine, which is important for thyroid function. It causes major nutritional deficiencies. And you can never be healthy if you are running at a deficit of these nutrients. So what we need to understand is that the pill has some serious consequences. Studies are showing us it can increase the incidence of osteoporosis and bone loss in women taking it. It can cause infertility. It can cause women to lose their libido, to have depression. It has many side effects, many health problems, some of them quite serious, such as the greater incidence of breast cancer for women who've been taking the pill. And for women who are over the age of 35 who are put on the pill, which has higher amounts of hormones than HRT, or even if they're put on HRT over the age of 35, they're at much greater risk of developing blood clots and strokes as well.
But I understand now that they have a pill that you don't have menstruating, you don't have a period for 3 months, and there's one, isn't it, that you only have one a year? I mean, doesn't that just exacerbate whatever the problems are?
Absolutely. There is a growing trend to use the pill as a therapeutic drug. I actually call it medicalize and pathologizing menstruation. because we are encouraging young women without any problems, without any reason really, to just take the pill to eliminate menstrual cycles, as though eliminating the menstrual cycle will alleviate us from a burden of, having discomfort every month or being, kind of interfered with having to have a menstrual cycle. Remember, the pill is chemically castrating a woman, causing nutritional deficiencies, having long-term consequences, putting her at risk of life-threatening illnesses. And the other thing that we need to understand, that a menstrual cycle in a woman is the way that she connects with her own inner rhythms. It connects her to her power. And when we encourage women to stop menstruating by the use of these dangerous carcinogenic drugs, we are compromising a woman's, not just her health, but her sense of self and personal empowerment and intuitive wisdom, with some serious consequences.
Without discussing the moral or religious connotation, does that mean that a day after pill is probably something that would be a better situation?
Well, the pill is having an effect on our body. And whether you take it just a short term to eliminate possible, pregnancy, or whether it's taken prophylactically, 12-year-old girls are put on the pill for acne. There are much better ways to get these girls healthy than to put them on the pill. There are consequences to be had when we rely on powerful chemicals, and in this case, carcinogenic drugs, to try to manipulate hormones. We are much better off doing it in a much more natural way, getting educated about what the real problem is, and helping these women at all ages regain their health, and the symptoms of hormonal imbalances will actually be eliminated.
Well, I hope that every mother, father, sister, aunt, and anyone who's concerned has listened to what you're talking about right now, because it's something that really needs to be addressed, and thank you very much.
You're welcome.